A video of a suspected newspaper vendor who was shot by a stray bullet in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, has gone viral. In the video, the man could be seen held close by a passerby who was calling for help. Reports reaching us indicate that the man was shot by a security detail attached to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. In a series of tweets, the Speaker claimed that unidentified men obstructed his convoy, which necessitated the need to fire into the air. He said, contrary to the report by his security details, it was a stray bullet that hit one of the vendors. He added that the security officer who shot at the vendor has been suspended pending investigation. Now, this is a horrific story. I mean, I could not believe it yesterday when I saw this video. I waited to make sure that the Speaker released a statement because everyone was attaching that one video to the story. But then also it comes back to what we have been fighting against, the issue of stray bullets. Dr. Abati Tundu, we've talked about this before. We've talked about this issue of stray bullets at length. How can we stop this from happening?
I actually think the statement, the tweet by the Speaker made matters so much worse as far as I'm concerned. I don't understand how suspension pending investigation is the appropriate penalty for this kind of behavior. That man should have been summarily dismissed. How do you see a crowd and fire into the air to disperse them? Is there no horn in the car as a method of dispersing people? You don't see a crowd and automatically assume that they want to attack the Speaker. I mean, the good book talks about those who flee when nobody pursues them. There's a crowd of people. He's popular, especially in Abuja. They probably came close, maybe to talk to him, to greet him. Why shoot in the air? How is that an option when there was no threat to the Speaker? And then he gets suspended. Why?
And he claimed that there was some threat at the point where the people gathered.
No, people gather, you want to disperse them. Yeah. Live ammunition is not the way to disperse a crowd. Especially a crowd that has not been aggressive. You are not under threat. It's just a crowd. Right. He's the Speaker. The Speaker is the number 4 citizen in the country. I'm sure he's used to crowds. People will be drawn to him, want to talk to him. This is really awful. This newspaper vendor, a hard-working Nigeria, plying his trade, gets shot for no reason, and the person who shot him. So it's not even in any doubt that this particular officer shot this gentleman, and he's been suspended. Why? Should be dismissed.
And he should also be named.
He should be dismissed, and then, you know.
I have a different opinion, and it is as follows. Now, I think first we should commend the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, for the manner in which he has responded to this.
I don't.
He has shown empathy.
I don't.
He has shown concern, and he has expressed his sympathies to the family of the gentleman. Now, he said usually when he's leaving the National Assembly, he knows these vendors because he's been around for a very long time. He will come down, you know, play with them, discuss with them. Yes, you know, because of his popularity. When you have been in an environment for a long time, people will know you. Then they were leaving. Somehow, there was an obstruction. I think it's important to look at his tweets. Now, whether he's saying the truth or not is another matter. And then later, he was informed that there had been a gunshot and somebody was wounded. And he stepped into the matter and said, how could that have happened? And what he now said was that the officer that shot into the air has been suspended pending investigations. It is not in the place of Femi Gbajabiamila as Speaker of the House of Representatives to summarily dismiss the police officer. The matter will be referred.
It is.
The matter.
From his convoy.
Hold on a minute.
Suspended from his convoy, not from the police force.
No,
it's two separate things.
Hold on a moment. Let me just finish with my thoughts. The matter will be reported to the police, who are his employers, who deployed him to the place, and then the police will carry out their investigations, and it will go all the way to the police commission that will then take a decision. Now, this is not a justification for what has happened. We've seen many cases of trigger-happy policemen causing deaths. Nobody deserves to die just because, you know, another person is holding a gun with bullets. Now, that's the first leg of it. The second leg of it is that the policemen that are deployed to protect persons they call VIPs, they are taken ordinarily through VIP protection course, and they go regularly for VIP protection course. Now, the question would then be, some of these VIP protection policemen or SSS, do they go through the normal training? What is the quality of training that they receive? And what is the nature of the interaction between them and the big man that they are protecting? I'm aware that some big men will constantly appeal to their VIP security details to say, please, don't you ever shoot anybody, whatever the provocation. Because the security man that is protecting you, whether SSS or his policeman, will say that, oh God, nothing must ever happen to you. This is my job. My job is to protect you. Now, 3, which is the third leg of it, is that many Nigerians take security convoys for granted. Maybe because they are used to all kinds of money misruled characters, going about with lorry load of policemen and giving themselves, making themselves more important than they are. So the average Nigerian is now used to the fact that, look, what is a convoy? After all, that Nnamdi, who made money from Yahoo also has convoy. They don't know. They may not realize it. That is a security movement. And because it's a security movement, if there is any obstruction, those who are involved in VIP protection, number 4 figure in Nigeria, they will kick into action immediately. And they will tell you that if anything happens, nothing will happen. Because they have to protect...
No, we've had that a lot.
Yeah, they have to protect that very important person. So my appeal to Nigerians also, all of us, we also need some education. Nobody, in this case, this is a vendor, but sometimes you see some people driving on the road. They will want deliberately to cut into a convoy. The basic instinct of the security people protecting that person is to attack you.
All right.
So maybe those who train VIP protection squads, we need to train them further to tell them, under no provocation, do not kill anybody, except you are able to establish that there is actually a threat, because that vendor was not carrying a gun.
Right.
So what kind of obstruction was it?
This is the thing.
Yeah.
So my issue is that suspension from the convoy, suspension from the police force is separate. Summary dismissal from the convoy, summary dismissal from the police force is separate. The Speaker cannot summarily dismiss the officer from the police force, but he can summarily dismiss a person from his convoy. He can say, I don't want this person anymore on my convoy. That is what should have happened.
But he didn't say suspension from his convoy.
He said from convoy, he did.
Okay.
He said suspended from his convoy.
If I should be charged to court and tried for abuse of firearms.
As far as I'm concerned, the Speaker is not to blame for what happened, because if for example, if my driver hit somebody's car, it cannot be said that, oh, Tundu, you failed to train your driver. I'm not the person who certified him with the driver's license. I did not train him. That's got nothing to do with the Speaker, but you can dismiss somebody from your convoy and send him back.
Both points.